Can't find your advisor anymore, or worse, maybe you never had one or qualified for one? I can tell you 3 reasons you can't find your advisor anymore, so stay tuned. Listen, most people, when they think about their financial advisor, they usually think about the bank or their banker. They think about their accountant. And that's usually where they kind of go to. They don't really think that maybe they deserve a financial advisor, or maybe they feel like their financial advisor hasn't really advised them, so they don't really consider them to be an advisor in the first place. I could probably tell you there's 3 very strong reasons why you probably can't find your advisor anymore, or why you can't find an advisor. The first reason is people are moving up in their career, especially if you've relied on the bank to help with your financial advice. A lot of the people that kind of enter into the banking industry are just trying to find a career, so they're not. And you know what? What I would do is start interviewing not just the banks. I know the bank in general, you probably want to find something that's convenient and something that's easy for you. But think about this. Like, if you're planning on using a bank to just bank your money, use the pun, you also want to kind of interview the banker that you're going to work with. So the person who's helping you renew your mortgage, or get you approved for a mortgage, or give you your line of credit or your loan, or, those are the people that are trying to give you products. They're not necessarily the ones trying to give you advice. Because, of course, most people don't walk into a bank and ask for specific advice. They just say, I want a mortgage. They don't ask, what kind of mortgage should I be going into and why? Right? Or please tell me, how does a mortgage work? They don't do that. People are typically knowing what they want, but when they go into the bank, and the banks respond with selling them what they need or what they want. Maybe not necessarily what they need. Anyway, so people who enter into the banking industry to work there are looking for a job. They're looking for a stable job, a professional job, and they're looking to move up in their career. And I speak from experience. That's what I did. Coming out of university, all I wanted to do is get a job, a good paying job, a good company, pay my student loans back, save for a house. And I got that, and I moved up the ranks. I moved from branch to branch manager for 20 years. And so most of the people that followed me from branch to branch lived in the same city, so it didn't really make much of a difference. But that's one reason why you can't find your advisor anymore, your bankers, because they're moving up in their career. And you can't really stop them from doing that. But at the same time, you get comfortable with a certain person, you kind of have to know some stuff on your own, right? The second reason able to find your advisor anymore is they've left the industry. I've known a lot of people to leave, or they leave the retail side of banking. You might even have an advisor that kind of tried doing financial advising and just wasn't for them, so they went back to their jobs. That's something that's very real right now. A reason why you can't find your advisor. Okay, and one of the reasons why you typically can't find your advisor, or you can't an advisor in the first place, is like I earlier. Most people think of their advisor as their accountant. That's very common. And it's funny because unless your accountant also has a license in selling mutual funds, or a license selling insurance, they can take care of your taxes for tax advice. But they can't really kind of go beyond that. And if you're kind of relying on the bank to be your advisor, again, like I said, they didn't really give you advice. They gave you a product, and you took that as advice. So where do I go with all of this information? It's not impossible to find an advisor that's always going to look out for you. The thing is that how? How do you find an advisor who's going to take care of all your needs, who's going to look out for any needs that you might not even be thinking about? Interview them. You get a little bit ahead of the information that you think most people have in the first place. I know that sounds like work, but at the end of the day, this is your money. This is your money. And to just kind of gamble it with, I don't know, assumptions, basically is what it is. Or going on the going premise that the banks know what to do with your money, because like I said, most of them don't. In fact, I can probably count on two fingers two bankers I've ever worked with that actually had the client's best interest at heart. And that's out of 20 years at the bank. As a branch manager, I can count two people that I knew that really helped people in a real way versus just selling them products. And that's outstanding. That's 50,000 hours of working in a bank. Okay. So if this resonates with you, if you think that these kind of advisors don't exist and they're few and far between, absolutely. They don't exist in the banks because that's not what they're told to do. And if you're thinking, well, where do these people exist? I know a lot of people like me that really just do the right thing 100% of the time. People that are trained by me that do 100% right all the time. Reach out, let's chat, let's see how we can help you before it's too late to help you reach your financial goals. Anyways, I got you. Have an awesome day.